The 2024 U.S. presidential election was one of the most consequential in recent history. It was a contest between two starkly different visions for America. The incumbent, Donald Trump, sought a second term. His opponent, Kamala Harris, represented the Democratic Party. The nation was deeply divided and the stakes could not have been higher. The political climate was tense. In this environment of uncertainty, the two candidates embarked on their campaigns. Early voting played a significant role in the 2024 election. Both campaigns recognized its importance. They invested heavily in encouraging their supporters to cast their ballots early. This was particularly true in key battleground states. Trump consistently urged his supporters to vote early and in person. He continued to cast doubt on the integrity of mail-in voting despite a lack of evidence for his claims. This strategy appeared to benefit him. Early voting numbers surged in rural areas and among demographics that favored Trump. Harris and the Democratic Party focused on expanding access to mail-in voting and early voting periods. This was partly in response to concerns about voter suppression efforts. However, while Democrats saw success in increasing overall early vote totals, they lagged behind in key demographics and geographic areas. As in previous elections, the outcome of the 2024 race hinged on a handful of battleground states. These included Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia. Both campaigns poured resources into these states, recognizing their importance. Trump focused heavily on the Rust Belt states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. These states had been crucial to his 2016 victory. He held numerous rallies, hammering home his message of economic populism. He promised to bring back manufacturing jobs and protect American workers. Harris campaigned extensively in these states as well, but her message appeared to resonate less with white working-class voters. She focused on issues like healthcare, education, and climate change, which were important to her base, but did not necessarily sway undecided voters in these key states. Section 4. Trump's appeal, resonating with the Heartland. Donald Trump's appeal to a significant portion of the electorate remained strong. His message of economic nationalism, his tough stance on immigration, and his promise to make America great again continued to resonate. He tapped into a deep sense of grievance among some voters. They felt left behind by economic changes and cultural shifts. Trump's rallies were well attended and energetic. He presented himself as a political outsider, fighting against a corrupt establishment. This message resonated with voters who were disillusioned with traditional politicians. He skillfully used social media to bypass traditional media outlets and communicate directly with his base. His rhetoric, often divisive and inflammatory, galvanized his supporters. While it alienated some, it energized others. They saw him as a strong leader willing to challenge the status quo. Section 5. Harris's struggle. A campaign facing uphill battles. Kamala Harris faced significant challenges in her bid for the presidency. She struggled to consolidate the Democratic base and attract independent voters. Her campaign was often criticized for lacking a clear and compelling message. Harris faced the difficult task of uniting a Democratic Party that was itself divided. The progressive and moderate wings of the party had different priorities and visions. While she attempted to bridge this divide, she struggled to satisfy all factions within the party. She also faced the challenge of being the first woman of color to be a major party's nominee for president. While this was a historic moment, it also made her a target of sexist and racist attacks. These attacks, while condemned by many, likely had an impact on some voters. Section 6. The Trump Triumph, a confluence of factors. In the end, Donald Trump secured a second term as President of the United States. His victory was the result of a confluence of factors. His enduring appeal among his base was a significant factor. His supporters remained loyal, drawn to his populist message and perceived strength. The 2024 election highlighted deep divisions within American society. The outcome will have profound implications for the future of American democracy.